Release, reward, relax. To really confirm she's getting the right answer here. Yep. 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 Yeah, keep persisting. Yeah. Yeah, and actually, do you know what, Liz? I can see as well that the way her hind legs are a little bit. When she steps out like that, she's keeping them straight. They start bending a little bit out like this. And this is why this is going to be so invaluable for you to be building this foundation now, because when you're coming into the developing, diagonalizing the walk or the half steps, you don't want her to start doing this with the hind legs. You really want her to be much more under with the hind legs. So this is going to be really setting you up for success in the future, because just look how square that halt is now. It's not that you try to manipulate the halt, it just came out of the exercise.
When she came, her default was to stand with the left hip like that.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing, the whole belt forward. This leg. So
And you can kind of see that tendency. There's a weakness in her sort of stifle area a little bit. She's a little bit weak through the loin. But this type of really focused, concentrated work will really help to strengthen up those muscles there. Yep. Yeah, exactly. To give her a nice long dwell there. She is really thinking about that. Look at her. She's gone really internal, can you see? She's really...
she's probably been very crooked all her life.
Yes. Yeah.
So these things are really big.
Really big. But it's just so amazing to see how crooked she looks in the hind legs when she does that stepping out, compared to how straight she looks when you address that halt. How she's to halt with the hind legs under her body more. It's amazing, really, that it can be corrected so quickly. And obviously, it's just in a case of time, repetition, to really build up those muscles now. Because as I say, you can see they're a bit loose, ligaments are a bit loose and slack in areas where they need to be a bit tighter and firmer now. Support the joints.
15 minutes, people, until you're...
Okay, 15 minutes, Liz. What would you like to do? Do you want to carry on with this, or would you like to look at anything else?
I don't mind. Do you think there's something else that would be good for
Okay, well let's
we've already done that I should redo?
let's have a little look at the trot work again. Got a few minutes. She's really warmed up now in this, and you've really warmed up inside, outside, hind leg. So let's have a little look at the trot. And it's just building that nice round shape, and see where we go with that, because that's kind of your homework really, is this work on the lunge and developing the trot. So you could also, just out of interest, you could sort of explore a little bit whether she can trot with you on the LFS on a straight line. You could also try that a little bit. If there's a lot of push, you can go back to how you were doing it yesterday with the haunches in. And you can do that, set that up. The way I would set that up would be to do it as if at Liberty, where you just ask for a couple of trot steps with you, then go back to walk. All as if with a feeling of liberty. So she really connects into your stomach energy and your inner picture and your inner feeling. Yeah, exactly. And the interesting thing is now, Liz, you're starting to notice that leaking more now in other aspects.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Is that other exercise brought you some more awareness? Because it's so right, just because you're not now working on that exercise doesn't mean to say you can then just allow it to leak out on the whole up there, it's all connected. Yeah, good, and stop. And I would do it with as little, with your hand as you can at the moment. Just to get it more into your stomach and that you can communicate within a picture and a feeling. So yes, you may need to use the whip to support her if she's just rushing on for a split second. But I really want you to get to the feeling when she's asking you questions, exactly. So yeah, and then you might need to hold if central mass is exactly. So it's really kind of a theme from the clinic running through this sort of golden thread is that even though we've got the rain in our hand, we don't really want to use it. This is first, and then our inner picture and feeling, our core language, core energy, and then the rain always is a very last, exactly, very, very last thing. But actually, also, because I saw that a lot with Julie, the last time I taught you, Julie, we had Ellie really going a bit too much on the forehand and not resonating so much of the energy to shift the central mass back. So we played a lot with this in the last lesson, say, look, go forward, go back, her liberty feeling. And that's what I felt this time, is the energy, when you send any kind of energy with the whip here now, it resonates immediately. And it's done a lot for both of you. Yeah, very nice. I like that. Did you feel that, Liz?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah? When you felt it, it's just, really connected here. It's fantastic. Yeah, the rain is in a way, it's a shame really, because a lot of us are taught, we use the reins, we pull this way, we pull that way, but actually the reins really are just for very subtle communication. Everything else, that's beautiful.
Wait.
Beautiful.
The trot to the walk, all right, but each time the walk runs on.
Yeah, you did the right thing. You just said, hey, let's back away from there. And keep practicing that, that's going to come better and better. So the other thing, because now you know that's a little bit of a pattern, that when you go, the trot to the walk's okay, but then in the walk she's bowling on a bit too much. So you can have your energy already asking her to temper that a little bit, and already have your whip a little bit ready to help support her a bit sooner.
Yeah.
And then you may find you need to do less. If you do less sooner, right, less sooner, you don't have to do more later. And that's what we saw with Sophie, because at the end, when we had the beautiful LFS, it was because she could feel that she could, if she was doing more sooner, repairing the central mass, whatever, then she had to do less later. I think that's the right way around, but you know what I mean. Because in the beginning it was like huge big corrections, he was trying to run over the top of her and twist around her, and then it looks ugly because it's all big corrections, but in the end it gets very refined and smooth. It is, absolutely. Here's the tail. And it's difficult for her. That's a little bit saying, yeah, that's kind of difficult, because again, it doesn't look anything to us, but when she has to step under the outside high leg, she has to start putting a little bit of weight on it, and then it starts to bend a little bit. Because you can see, look at where she stands. She tends to stand a little bit naturally with her hocks in, and the lower leg a little bit out. And that's a muscle, the way the muscles are coloured, it's conformation as well, but you can change that by exactly what we would have been doing. See, a little bit the tendency that they splay a little bit at the base. And a piaffe like that, it would be very poor piaffe. You wouldn't want to develop it out of that hind leg. Yes. Oh, look at that. And then it's just simply a case of when that's feeling good, which is that's looking a lot better now, then you just pick up the groundwork rein, but you're not, you have your open hand, you're not prepared to use the rein, but it's just there as guidance. So it's more a case of supporting her still with your inner picture, your inner feeling, your whip energy if need be. But as less with the rein as you possibly feasibly can. Yeah, she has some opinion, like you say, they're entitled to opinion. Nothing wrong with that. So that's what I hope everyone's taken away from this clinic this weekend, is that everything has got to feel like liberty. It's got to feel like that. If it doesn't, and it's 100% on using the physical rein, then yeah, it's not going in the right direction. Yes. Very nice. Yep, go. Find this, find me. Some good homework. So come on over, Liz, and you've got just to share what you got from that lesson and your discoveries and things you can use for homework.
I think one of the main things I realised was how I haven't been paying attention to how her hind leg swings out. I had a lot of trouble at the start where at the hall she would stop the front feet but not the back feet. And obviously that's what's carried on from that, is that she swings out. So of course that's been a problem. Came as a problem when, as soon as we started on the lunge, that was so obvious.
Yep.
Is it all one way or the other? She falls in on this shoulder all the time.
Like it's the way she stood now, and when we were sat here, and you did a couple of holds on the circle, and you corrected it, but what she did was she kind of stepped under with that hind leg, step like that, and then went like that.
Yeah, because her
Like
default,
that. Almost like you know how you see the shoulders.
her default,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
default is that.
So it's a bit
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
How she is right now.
Yeah.
It's not standing on one leg like this. It's standing on one leg like that. Not engaging these.
Really like that.
Yeah. So she's not engaging the slouching.
Yeah, she's a more lazy.
Tangerine dream.
Tangerine dream.
So in Pilates, you're doing swimming. She's when you're on hands and knees and you do that. I stand behind people and I watch to make sure that
Okay.
they're from side to side. And that was exactly what she's doing. So her swimming level 4, she's the diagonal pair, and she's this time and that opposite 4. And she could at the minute go, but she'd do it with a
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Poke her in the butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also then doing the bit with going the liberty, with the trot work, sort of followed on from what we were doing yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making much more connection in my core.
Yeah.
Because I've known that I haven't done liberty with her off the line because I've known that we won't be that
Connected enough. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you can see moments of that you know she wouldn't have left. You know, you'd have been able to trot, walk, stop together, trot, walk, and she just stayed with you at the end. You could have seen that. And that's what it's all about. So I was just saying to everybody here, you know, that hopefully that's what everyone's taken away from today, is that, you know, if you're doing anything with your reins, if it's just all becoming on the reins, if it's 100% physical use of the reins, then you're going totally in the wrong direction. So, let go of the reins, go to liberty. Yeah, it has to feel like it's liberty. So it's 80% in a picture and feeling. And that's why, you know, again, I've been saying, when you pick up the rein, yeah, you pick it up, you don't have to use it. So you know what I mean? So it's
really hard not to.
It's really hard not to.
And once it's there, you're putting that energy down that rein, whatever.
You are. But it was really interesting with Atomico yesterday, because we played a little bit with I don't know if everyone saw the lesson in the morning, but we played a little bit with Liberty stuff, and he's amazing. As soon as I picked up the rein, even though I had my hand open, his ears went back. And then when he realised the energy in my hand and in my inner picture and feeling was different, he softened. Because he knew that wasn't going to be what the main communication was through. Yeah, because the main communication was still coming from my core and from my inner picture and feeling. So again, it sounds like kind of voodoo-y, weird stuff, but that's what it's all about.
When's the baby?
That is what it's totally about.
When's the baby?
Yeah, fantastic stuff going on here in your laboratory. It's so lovely to see.
She's
In
such
April.
an open horse to work with. It makes
I'm
it
not sure
so
if it's
much
the
easier.
15th.
Exactly. I mean, it's just crazy that people wouldn't want such a lovely girl like her. It's just stupid, isn't it, really?
These
You
are
know.
much more difficult
Carrying
because
the
she
Liberty
always
campaign.
relied on
Yeah,
me
quickly. Yeah.
so much. She was
Yeah.
such an unconfident learner.
Speak to Lisa because there's
She
places.
always was waiting for
I don't
me
know how
to
many
say
people
what
she's
we
got at the
needed to
moment.
do.
Speak to
It's really
Rich.
hard to get her to do it for
But not
herself.